Welcome to Retro Scale Modelling. For my next build, to go with my 176 series, I'm going to be building these sets of figures. So we have the British Army and the German Army. Now, these are old figures. We'll just take them off the box, both sets. They're actually quite nicely moulded. A little bit of scraggly ends that will have to be cleaned off. But the most important part about these figures is they are the bendy plastic type. Now, this type of plastic is a nightmare to paint. If you just put your primer on it, then your actual paint, the paint won't stick. It will just flake off. So what you have to do first of all is varnish them. So get your varnish of choice and give them a good varnish, and once that's dried, then prime them and get them ready to paint. So I will paint all these figures, but I may not be using them all in my diorama. This will be a quick video, just going through what I'm painting. So let's go on with it. So first of all, I'm going to be varnishing it. As you say, it's a messy business with this size. The varnish goes everywhere. I've already done a couple of sprues, so I'm just putting the finishing touches to it. So I've primed them in grey now that the varnish is dry. Well, I dried them overnight. So it's time to think about painting. I've got my paints here, all Humbrol, to start with. Now, it depends how you want to paint these, obviously, or dictate colours. There's various help guides online that you can look at for uniforms, but they're always contrasting in colours, what colour you should use and what shouldn't you use. So I would say go with how you feel. Well, concerning the faces and particularly the eyes, because these are 176, I'm not actually going to be painting in the eye. It's just too small for me. I'm not a particularly good face painter anyway. But I'll show you. This is something I did a little while ago. It's Roscoe's Room Guards from the Aponic time, so sort of Waterloo sort of time. And if you look at the face, the eyes are not brilliant. One looks like it's blown, one eyeball, but you know, the features are, it is what it is. It's not brilliant, but it will do for me. But because I'm not that good, I'm not going to actually paint the eyes in. I don't think you'll see them anyway. However, if you do have a problem with eyes like I do, I came across this. Now this is by Archer, and there's a decal sheet with a series of eyeballs in different sizes. Now I think it goes down to a 135. Unfortunately not a 176 because it'd be absolutely tiny. But as you can see, there has a set of eyeballs there. So that's something to look for if you haven't done a figure painting before and you're worried about the eye. I mean, if you want it to look like that, for instance, you know. A lot of hand painters can't do this. I haven't learnt to do it. I will practice at some point how to do it. So that's quite a good little thing to have. So I'm going to start off with the face. And I'm using Humbrol 61 Flesh. Now I thinned this paint down. That's another thing with figures. Make sure your paint is very thin and you can build up the layers if you wish. Now the reason why I'm starting with the face first is because I can cut in the other colour as I go along. Then I'll move on to the hand. Again, when I'm painting this, I am going to be going over the mould onto the other parts of the mould. But the other colours will cut in and cover up any overlay that you have got, especially on the weapon. Now I'm actually using a magnifying glass as well doing this. So that's the basic hand and face. So I'm going on to the helmet here, and this is 405. The colour is GWR green. So this is the British Railway colours. Going onto the shirt now, and for the shirt colour I'm using Umbro 78 cockpit green. For the main uniform it's Umbro 102 army green. Now I do apologise for my magnifying glass in shot. I didn't realise at the time that it was visible. Then it's the boots, and that's Umbro RC 401 dirty black. Onto the rifle, and it's 110 natural wood for the main part of the rifle. For the bayonet, the blade itself, I'm using 56 aluminium. And now for the metal parts of the gun, so the tip of the barrel, the connections that go onto the bayonet, these are all getting painted in 53 gunmetal. For the webbing, it's 78 cockpit green, and this is where you start cutting in all the fine detail, going over any over paint that you've done. And for the webbing, it's 62 leather. That's for the water canteen, ammo pouches and so forth. Now, you don't have to be a great painter to do this, and the reason for that is, well, my thinking is that in a battlefield things are not going to look pristine unless of course you're showing off the figure on its own setting as a dress soldier. Then you probably want it to be pristine, but for this purpose of having these in a diorama in a battlefield, you don't have to worry too much about it being 100% crisp. So I've got the little touch-ups, but that's it done. I will take photos of it obviously so you can see it better. Try and get it in focus. So onto the German soldier. I've already painted the flesh parts. So I'm going on to the helmet, and this is 66 olive drab. So after trying a few colours, I've decided on Rebel 45 light olive for the top of the German uniform. It's meant to be a greenish grey, the German top of the uniform. Quite a difficult colour to match, so I opted for this one. Whether it's the right colour or not, I don't know. So the trousers are Umbro 125 US dark grey. The boots 401 Umbro dirty black. For the machine gun, it's Mr. Hobby 28 metal black. For the webbing and pouches, it's 66 olive drab by Umbro. So that's the two figures painted now, the German and the British. Obviously there's different poses in that on the sprue, but these are the two main ones that I'm doing. Just see if we can get them in shot for you. So that brings the figure painting to an end, well, just those two. I've got a little bit more to do. All that's left now to do is a coat of matte varnish, and that'll be that. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the 176 series on the channel, or indeed my other content. Subscribe to the channel for future updates. Hit that like button, and of course leave a comment. But for now, thank you all for watching. Bye bye.